あ、来い。さあ来いよ
Oh my God, Michelle, that's it. We can go to the reunion and just pretend to be successful. I mean, who's gonna know? They're in Tucson, we're here. We can just show up looking like businesswomen.
Oh.
Wow, isn't it weird when you're not friends with your friends anymore?
Oh, yes.
Michelle, what are you up to?
In any way, I will rip each and every appendage from your body, starting with your dick. Capiche?
I do drywall for old man's construction company. And you know, this new kid don't even know if he's mine.
Now that I'm looking at this, our lives don't seem as impressive as I thought.
Always what they say on the days when you have a really keen sense of being lost or losing something, that it often feels like the sun shines the brightest. And then the next day, there was a really sunny day with a good breeze, and I just remember thinking, if I was somebody else, I would really be enjoying this. She has lost a small piece of a very large puzzle. Once or twice a week I'll find her in here snoozing in the laundry basket. No. Nope. I don't know what you want. I can't help you. I don't know what it is, and she's not here. So, you gotta go.
In a century of builders, one builder stands apart. For experience, for integrity, for excellence. More than 20,000 projects in 140 countries on all 7 continents. Bechtel. Innovation has become standard practice at Bechtel, and continuous improvement is a way of life on every project, protecting the environment, making sure local people share in the benefits, meeting the highest standards of safety and providing quality work, all on tight schedules and at low cost. When war came, these skills expanded as we delivered hundreds of ships, plus pipelines, refineries, and other critical contributions to the Allied effort. Under 4 generations of family leadership, the name Bechtel has become known around the world for integrity, a can-do attitude, technical excellence, and customer focus. The Allied effort. Teamwork between Bechtel and its customers has improved the quality of life for millions around the world. The Allied effort. Communications facilities to bring people closer. The Allied effort. Petroleum products to provide the gift of mobility. Petroleum, the Allied effort. Affordable energy to heat people's homes, cook their food. Growth in 1 century than in all centuries before.
Fight you for quite some time. with every international effort at peace since 1967. Israel has been diplomatically intransigent. The Israeli occupation is the most prolonged and brutal occupation of modern times. The Palestinians, they've been demonized, but when you look at the reality, Palestinian intransigence is a myth. Hamas was also an extremist movement with an extremist charter, but it won a fair and free election in June 2006, and it was not allowed to govern by Israel and by Israel's Western allies. And Israel continued to use brute force to solve what is essentially a political problem. The international community has singularly failed the Palestinian people. This is one of the most crying cases of injustice in modern history, and the international community has been unable to do anything for the Palestinians. More specifically, I blame America for the use of the veto to incapacitate and not enable the international community to protect the Palestinian people. Zionism, the establishment of the State of Israel, involved a monumental injustice to the Palestinians, an injustice that is only exacerbated over time and reaches its most cruel climax in Gaza today. And I think that all Jews also have a moral duty to stand up by the Palestinians in their hour of need. There is no military solution to this conflict. There can only be a political solution.